Well, hi Leos, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of your reading will be in the middle of the first part of the reading. One more shuffle for Leos. Here we go. So let's find out what you can expect coming up in your life. If this reading resonates, it's probably your reading. If it does not resonate, it probably is not your reading. So I would check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional side. All cards are male or female. Ooh. So Leos, let's see what's going on. I have the star right in the middle of your reading. This surrounds your entire reading. This is the card for Aquarius, so Aquarius might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the star here is about healing, and it's about healing very, very deep, very spiritually. It's about seeing your own reflection come back at you and you healing right down to the bare essence of who you are, to your bare bones. So this card of healing surrounds your entire reading. Now, let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy is the Six of Pentacles. Someone was breadcrumbing you in a relationship. Someone was like feeding you just enough to keep you like involved in a relationship. It might have gone on for a long time. Threw your scales off balance. And I think you're healing from this energy right here. These are the two strongest energies in your whole reading. This breadcrumbing had you very confused. You wondered about whether this would ever become a stable and committed relationship. You had your ups, you had your downs. It was like a roller coaster ride. And yes, you definitely had to heal from it. Next to the Two of Pentacles is the Four of Wands. Now, this is a divine soulmate relationship. This is 11-11. Very, very strong connection. Now, you still might have this connection with this person. I mean, they're divine. That means they should have the same connection too. They should feel it as much as you do. This is union between two people. You might have been engaged. You might have been married. You might, there was a lot of joy associated and a lot of love with this relationship. Now, what's going on here? Why would they be breadcrumbing this relationship and put you in a state of healing? Okay. We have the Ace of Cups under your Six of Pentacles. This is a lot of love. So we have a lot of love here. We have a lot of love here. But what's going on? This is an exchange of love. Being able to hand out. I mean, this is a lot of love. So why would they be breadcrumbing you? I don't know yet. You may already know, but I'm looking for answers. I have the Queen of Cups on the other side of the star card and under the Four of Wands. This is water, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer that might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading, Leos. But the energy, that's what's most important. This is really second guessing this cup of love. It's, second guessing your feelings, their feelings, the whole relationship, the whole connection. And you've had to really go deep and do some deep healing to try to understand this, to pull yourself out of this breadcrumbing situation. I'm trying to figure it out. I have the High Priestess under the Ace of Cups. The High Priestess is the card in the tarot deck of intuition and knowing. So this tells me that if you pay attention to your intuition, you will have a lot of those answers that you're trying to seek right here. Okay? You already have a lot of them right within you. So follow your intuition. Let your heart, your head, and your gut all come together. Whatever you're telling yourself is probably the right thing. Pay attention. And it has to do with love. Now, talk about a divine soulmate relationship. This wasn't just a divine soulmate relationship from another lifetime. You were lovers. You were actually lovers in another lifetime. There's your guardian angels and spirit guides. I mean, it's like they brought you together. Maybe there's a soul contract that hasn't been fulfilled yet, you know, and maybe that's why they're back in your life. So I kind of feel like this other person isn't really getting it, and maybe you weren't either. It's just kind of confusing, this relationship. And so the breadcrumbing is that they didn't know how to handle it. But this is the card for Gemini, so Gemini might be strong in your chart or their chart or around this reading, but they are a divine soulmate from another lifetime, at least one other lifetime. Your intuition probably tells you that. Your intuition probably tells you that they do love you. They just don't know how to treat the relationship. I have the King of Swords next to the Lovers and under the Queen of Cups. So this is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That gives us 2 for Gemini, 2 for Aquarius, if we're counting. But the energy, you've got your guard up now. You know, you've got your sword up. Your sword's in self-protection. You've been healing from all this breadcrumbing that's been going on in this relationship. It's had you very confused over the whole connection. So the sword is up, and you are in self-protection mode with this divine soulmate now. Let's read on. Excuse me. My common little cough during our reading. Talking does that. So I should shut up, right? I'm not gonna. I want the second half of this reading. For Leos. Leos, oh Leos. Okay. Okay, so up here on your highest energy line, we have the Knight of Swords. Taking action. You got your sword up, you know? And it's like you're getting ready to rush forward, and you're like ready to sever this relationship. It's because of the breadcrumbing. It's because of the confusion, and it's because of the healing that they're putting you through. You feel like you're losing a part of yourself rather than, you know, things are supposed to be comfortable. Things are supposed to feel good in moving forward. But because of the breadcrumbing, they're really sucking that energy right out of the relationship. So you're starting to wonder, you know, can they possibly love you and breadcrumb you at the same time? Yeah, they can. They can. Doesn't mean it's going to work, though. So you are, you know, thinking about rushing forward with that sword of truth and clarity, and just like you've about had it. You're tired of feeling stuck. The breadcrumbing is leaving you in this place of not moving forward in the relationship. The commitment, the moving forward, all that is just lacking in this relationship, and you're just getting tired of it. You need to move. Your bones are probably getting sore just from not moving. So we have the Chariot. This is the card for Cancer, right next to that Four of Pentacles. Cancer might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But there you are. This is the energy of moving forward. The Chariot. All it takes is one snap of those reins, and you turn into the Knight of Swords, and you can rush right out there and take care of this whole situation. I don't think this is what you want to do. I think this is what you feel like you might have to do. I feel like you've been going through this deep healing while you're in the relationship. I don't think it's going on in a separation period. I feel like you're healing on your own. You're discovering what you want, what you don't want, and there's a lot going on with you in this relationship, and it's all because they're breadcrumbing. Even though you are divine, very special soulmates, ex-lovers from another life, I think you have a unfinished business with each other of some sort. I have the Four of Cups under the Knight of Swords and next to the Queen of Cups. this is like, you're like, well, I don't know, you know. They keep breadcrumbing me. I don't know if I want their cup of love anymore. So you have your arms crossed. And you're wondering about that. You're wondering, I don't know if that's real love. What's really in that cup? You know, they're breadcrumbing me. They're just barely keeping me hanging in there. So you're on guard, you know, and you're in self-protection mode. And you know there's other cups out there, and you're feeling kind of very, very dissatisfied and very unsure about this relationship. But there will be communication, and this is texting, emails, talking on the phone, you know, the old way. But a lot of back and forth conversation, and it's going to be about your feelings about the love, about how you're feeling about this relationship, how you feel stuck in this relationship. Things are going to come out. I got the Page of Wands next to the Eight of Wands and under the Chariot. I think you're going to speak up. I think something's brewing from your feet from all this healing. Something, and it's going to come out your mouth. There you are, holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. And I think what's going to come out of your mouth is something like, I am ready to move forward. I don't feel like our relationship is moving forward. I feel like you're holding back. I feel like you're barely giving enough to keep me hanging in there. But this relationship needs to move forward, or I need to move forward on my own. That's what I'm getting out of this. And so, you know, I'm surprised your card isn't here, the Strength card, because it will take some strength to have this conversation. Under the Four of Cups is the Moon card, and that's next to the King of Swords, where you're on guard. You're like, I don't know if I want that cup of love from them anymore. The Moon is a card for Pisces, so Pisces might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. And with the Queen of Cups, that gives 2 for Pisces if we're counting. Also, the Chariot is a water sign. That'd be 2 for Cancer if we're counting. But the Moon is about things to be revealed, hidden things to be revealed. Night turning to day. It's like something's going to be exposed. And I think it's going to come from this conversation. And I think it's because you're putting your guard up and you're becoming this in self-protection mode and from something you want to say. So this conversation is going to generate something that you didn't know, okay? And here you are under this conversation, and next to the Moon, you have your sword up, your sword up, your sword up, you know, and this is a Justice card. This is a card for Libra, which is an air sign. So there's 2 for Libra if you're counting. Libra might be strong in your chart or someone else's chart around this reading. But here you are. You got your sword up in self-protection. You've been doing all this healing. You're getting your scales balanced. Like you're getting balanced mentally now. And you're like knowing what you want. You know how you're going to deal with your future. And I feel like you're going to give them a choice. And that M is EM, not him. These are all male or female, these cards. So the Justice card being next to the Moon, I think that is a double, like, for one thing, something's going to be revealed out of this conversation from them as well as you. I'm not sure they're going to really see this coming. They might be that dense. To not even realize that you've been feeling like they've been breadcrumbing the relationship. And I think you've been going through a lot because of it. I think you've been blocking having this conversation. I got the 2 of Swords right under the Page of Wands, right next to the Justice card. Swords up, but your heart is guarded, blindfolds on, and you haven't really been wanting to deal with this. Okay? There's love involved. There's love involved. You don't want to lose love, but at the same time, you're having to heal too. And this is deep and spiritual. And I think you've really been reaching out to the universe for your best path forward in this relationship. So there's a conversation. And this is a very strong connection. I mean, very strong. They have to feel this connection. There is no way they can ignore it, okay? And right here, you might be trying to ignore it, but you can't. You know it's there. Okay? Leos. Bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune, the universe is involved, and they're trying to move this whole relationship forward for the better. Wheel of Fortune, for the better. You can't stop the universe. It can be delayed, but it will get its way. Very strong energy. And it's spinning. And it lands right on this Four of Wands and right on the Knight of Swords. Very much aware that you are coming into this space of you might cut this relationship out, but they want this relationship to move forward. And so I think this conversation is going to reveal something that is going to keep this relationship together. Wow. Okay, Leos, this was your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.